Adobe Captivate 9 gives you a lot of opportunities to create custom interactions to suit your requirements, or use some of the pre-built interactions shipped with Captivate. Let's take a look at some of the building blocks for creating your custom interactions. Go to Interactions on the toolbar and select Button. This will add a button on your screen. With this button, you can associate any action that you want which is available inside Captivate. To access the actions, let's go ahead and double-click this button. This will open the Properties Inspector. Let's go to the Actions tab, and here you will find that on success, you have a host of actions that you can pick from. You can go ahead and change the other properties of this action. You can also include this interaction as a part of quiz and then report scores to the LMS. Let's uncheck this for now and let's try to attach some simple action to it. Maybe when I click this button, I want an image to appear over here. For that to work, let's go ahead and add an image. Go to Media, Characters. Let's pick one image. Go ahead and make it a little small. Let's name this as Image, and let's hide this image so that when the screen loads, the image is not visible on the screen. Now we need to attach action to this button that when this button is clicked, this image should appear. Let's do that. I'll go to Actions, and under On Success, we will select Show, and I will go ahead and select the object as image. I will also uncheck Continue playing the project because I don't want to continue after the image appears over here. I will be adding another button here for that interaction. Now let's go ahead and preview this interaction. Go ahead and click Preview and select Project. Notice that when the screen loads, there is no image over here, and when I click this button, the image appears. Similar to this interaction, you can create a lot of different variations of interactions using the actions associated with the buttons. Now let's take a look at the other building blocks. Similar to buttons, you can add click boxes. They work the same as buttons. The only difference is that these are transparent boxes that you can place on top of an image. Another way to add an interactive object or a button is to go and add a shape. And then convert that shape to a button by selecting this option, Use as Button, and as soon as you do that, you get the Action tab just below it. You can also add hover-based interactions by going to Objects and selecting Rollover Caption, which will show a caption based on hover or show an image based on a hover or show a bunch of non-interactive objects on hover. However, if you are creating your courses for mobile consumption, you might want to steer clear from these interactions and stick to click-based or drag-based interactions. With that, let's go to the drag-based interactions. Creating a drag and drop interaction in Captivate is very easy. You will need at least 2 objects on the screen for this interaction. So let's go ahead and create it. For this interaction, let's draw some shapes. So I will go ahead and select the star and draw a star on the stage. Then I will just go ahead and duplicate this star. Now, just to distinguish between the draggable and drop target, let's go ahead and change the color for this star. Now that we have these 2 objects on the stage, we can create a drag and drop interaction. To create the interaction, we will go to Interactions and select Drag and Drop. This will open the drag and drop wizard for us. There are 3 steps here that you will need to follow. The first step is to identify the draggable. Let's assume that this is the draggable that we want to have. Now, after identifying the draggable, go ahead and click the next button. In the second step, we have to identify the drop target. Here, I will go ahead and select this shape and treat it as a drop target. Notice that the draggable has a green outline around it, and the drop target has a blue outline. This indicates that this is a draggable and that is a drop target. Now let's go to the third step. Third step will allow you to match the draggables with the drop targets. To do this, let's go ahead and click on top of this plus sign, and this will allow us to drag an arrow out of it. Place the arrow on the drop target and your interaction is ready. Now, we just need to finish and close this wizard. And now, let's preview it. Just go to Preview and select from this slide. Notice that I am able to drag this object anywhere on the screen, and if I drop it anywhere else, it goes back to its original position. But if I go anywhere close to the drop target, it snaps to the drop target. Once I am done with the matching, I can go ahead and click Submit, and it will give me a success or failure caption. Along with the simplicity of creating a drag and drop interaction, you have a lot of custom options available so that you can create different variations of drag and drop interactions. Along with these custom interactions, you can also use some pre-abled interactions in the form of learning interactions. Just go ahead and launch the Learning Interactions panel, and it will allow you to select from different interactions available in this panel. All you have to do here is select the interaction, populate it with the data that you require, and then go ahead and add it to your course. Along with these learning interactions, you also get access to the assets. And inside the assets, you will find interactions that are built natively inside Captivate. And you can utilize these for building your courses.